Mom and Dad's 50th anniversary. Sandy did a great job getting this place all set up. This is the dessert table, as you can see. There are Pixies. There's Taverner's Licorice Drops.
I don't know where the cookies are.
Where'd the cookies go? We're gonna have ribs, fettuccine. Wendy helped set up the table. Good job, Wen. The party's getting ready to start.
Hi, Larry.
I don't look like Pat and Larry, do I?
Are you married?
I think yesterday here.
Oh, it's like a photo, but it's a movie.
Yeah.
It's a live photo.
Yeah. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad.
Happy anniversary.
Hope you like the decorations.
We worked our butts off. It was great. Yeah.
This is Bushmill.
What is it?
More of that old granddad, what was that, 104 barrel proof?
I thought it was Wild Turkey.
No, that was old granddad.
Old Granddad. That was 20 years ago. That was. No, it was Larry in California in his first house. In, was it Dublin he lived in that first house? No. I can't remember.
I can't remember the name of the town, Mount Pleasant or something.
Some place like that. I don't remember the house. I don't remember anything except having the worst hangover of my life.
For the drink.
All right, there it is. Putting on a little corsage. Larry's dancing over here. Party's about ready to begin. Let's see. Got Brother Bill over here.
We got everything all set up, ready for the big movie. This is our theater. I guess that I always will. I hope the train will never depart.
I want you to meet, this is my daughter Jean. This is Sandy, guys.
I didn't know she knew your name.
Oh, she's waiting to
remember.
Excuse me, ladies. Any comment for the cameras?
The comment is this is going to be a wonderful day.
All right. All right. Give me some messages for.
Cat Larry?
Yeah.
Oh, happy 50th. I'm so glad I'm here.
Good. All right. Alex, any messages?
Good to be here. It's really nice to meet all the family and all the friends and nice people.
And
I
happy.
love you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, am I on?
Yes.
Happy anniversary. I'm glad you're here. It's always fun. It's going to be a fun party.
All right. Great. This group definitely needs a lot more drinks. Bill, any comments for the camera?
Well, I'd just like to say that I'm happy to be here. I'm glad everybody else showed up. And a little bit later on, we're going to see some movies. It's going to be a nice time. I think everybody's going to have a good time, enjoy themselves. And I think after I get a couple more drinks in me too, I think we're going to have even a little bit better time.
The way you're swaving back.
I'm sorry.
You don't need any more drinks.
Am I swaying?
Yeah, you're going all over the place.
All right. So maybe I won't have another drink. Maybe this is good for now. You know. We'll see what happens later. You know.
Okay.
Is there any more tape left? Are you running?
That's it, Bill.
Is it
Thank you
still
very
running?
much, Bill. I can always count on you for a good comment.
Okay, Andy.
Good God. Help me here. Excuse me. Hold on. Karen, any comments for the tape?
Oh man, put me on the spot. I just hope everybody has a good time and it looks like we didn't forget anything. So it's good.
All right. Pat and Larry talking.
You're so beautiful.
Boy, honest
spot, Andy. That's tough.
Your sister said the same thing.
Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. More later.
All right. Say something.
I'm very happy to see all of these people here that are helping us to celebrate our 50th, which is actually August 4th. But we're a little ahead of time, but that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Which is why I missed that.
Did it go by fast? The 50 years.
It did, and he's a pretty good guy. I told him if he behaves himself, I'll give him another 50.
All right.
If not, he's out there.
Is he still chasing you around?
Once in a while.
Once in a while. That's good. So what happened at this party last week? You played spin the drink?
Spin the bottle, yes. But instead of kissing the girl, she had to take a drink.
She had to?
Oh yeah, whoever it landed on had to slug out of the bottle.
Yeah.
So how many days did it take you to recuperate?
Just one. I
Just
was
one.
back in circulation by 2:30 the next day.
By 2:30.
But the funny thing was, that night, I woke up and there was this strange green glow, and I didn't know what the hell it was. But what happened was, I rolled over onto the bathroom scale. And it turned it on, and the thing was green.
So you fell asleep on the floor.
I wasn't going to tell
You
him
fell
that.
asleep on the
I wasn't
floor.
gonna tell him.
And you rolled over and the scale went on.
Aliens have
I
landed.
put him up.
That was the weirdest
I put a
thing.
towel over him. I didn't want him to catch cold.
Fall asleep on an alien ship. Blowing.
That is unbelievable.
Wait, no, my head weighs 20 pounds.
So you were actually worse off than when we were together 20 years ago.
Right.
Yes.
Well, we had more people this time, but we went through 2 Crown Royals and a Bushmill.
And how many people?
I don't know, 20 maybe, but
And they were half gallons?
no, they were fifths. But it was whoever it landed on had to
Take a shot.
you know.
And it kept landing on him.
So some of us were worse off than
Than
others.
others. Yeah.
So did you know what your weight was that night? All right, any messages that you have for the tape
No.
on your
nothing,
50th?
Nothing.
No message for your 50th.
Stay friends. That's the message.
Stay friends, all
Stay
right.
friends and you'll stay married.
All right.
Really nothing. Talking about wood. King Hansel,
Since I know you, go ahead.
Okay. We have to say something.
Say something, hold on. All right, you're on.
Are we on?
Yes.
Just me or Stanley? too?
Just you right now. I'll get
Oh,
Stanley
really?
next.
Because we're an act together.
All right, go ahead. You got to get closer together. All right, what do you have? Because I can't. There we go.
I don't know. I X-rated here.
I want to say that I think it's wonderful that the two of them have stayed together for 50 years. Because I've only been with him for 35, and it's wonderful.
Has it? And your rebuttal is?
And my rebuttal is it's been helpful.
It's been helpful.
But you know what? Some people are born to suffer.
That's right.
Then we're both going to get to heaven because of our suffering on earth.
All right.
That's right.
No, but Pat
Jesus
and
on the
Larry,
cross.
Pat and Larry, 50 more.
Oh, yes, definitely. We love them. We love them so much and their whole family.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hey, oh, give me.
Boom!
Hey, I was 12. What do you want?
You were 12 going on 40. You were running the place. Did you show anybody?
You were like the ward?
Did you show anybody that story?
Oh, she kicks the door open, throw the baskets down. These people are so stupid.
Did they fall off the turnip truck? Did we get these people? They can't fit the donuts without putting 2 holes in them. Only 1 hole.
She was 12.
And then she threw the thing on a scale. More than 3/4 of an ounce, you stick! People are gonna get a hernia lifting this donut.
The part I liked was the perspective from the baker's table of the It's going like the basket's going.
Get hurt. I didn't. Rainy, cold fall morning. Yeah. Oh, they were death.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, Dad was convinced they were like all waiting in a parking lot in the church and would attack.
Okay, now it's recording.
I'm Marge Boyd, been a long-time friend of Pat and Larry's for many years. I want to wish both of them a very, very happy anniversary. I'm delighted to be here. I know that they're happy in their life in Florida, but I miss them terribly and I love them very much. Thank you.
Hi, Pat and Larry. I'm so clever usually, but I'm not today. So I'll just say happy anniversary. I knew you'd make it, you two lovers. Okay, have a good year. Many more.
Ladies and gentlemen, this stranger just walked in off the streets, but he's been accepted and he wants to wish Pat and Larry a happy anniversary.
Your red light isn't on. You're not filming.
It says it's recording now.
Happy anniversary, Pat.
Dad with Uncle Bill, and Linda's not far away. Hi, Lauren. What'd you do yesterday for excitement? Anything fun? How are you?
I was swimming by myself. It was fun for a minute. Fun
Well,
for
here
60
she is.
seconds. We went by the old one through the cemeteries. We drove by the high school.
Sunshine lady, you ain't seen nothing yet. Best is yet to come, the faith won't be fine. Best is yet to come the day of mine.
Thank you. Thank you. We're on a very limited time schedule because this is a working restaurant that's going to be opening soon. So much as we'd like to tell tons and tons of stories, we can't, but we do have a few folks here that thought they'd like to get up and share their experiences with my mom and dad. So for those that you haven't met, Andy Candriva. Andy's been a lifetime friend of mine, became a friend of the family, and Andy had a few stories or a few words that he'd like to share with us about my folks. So, Andy?
Thank you. Hello, I'm Andy. Hello. I'm Andy Candriva, and I am an alcoholic. I owe that to Larry Tommen Sr. Where is he? Matter of fact, about 25 years ago, he said, "Son, come with me. We need to have a shot." And the first shot I had that led me to me drinking continuously began 25 years ago. So I'd like to have a toast with you. Thank you. Larry, to my drinking problem, I owe it all to you. Thank you so. Now, many of you can see that I'm smoking a cigarette, and I am because I didn't smoke 25 years ago. I happened to be at a family function, a wedding, and I saw Mrs. Tommen, Pat Tommen. We couldn't find her. We didn't know where she was. And if those of you who know her for a long time knew that she smoked, both her and her husband, and she tried quitting smoking many, many times. This one night at a wedding, we could not find her. And behold, underneath the table, she was smoking a stogie. And I said, there must be something with these cigarettes. So that night I had my first cigarette, and I've been smoking ever since. So I thank both of them. Now, one other thing. The whole Tommen family has had a tremendous impact on me. Karen and Sandy used to sell for Shackman, the vitamin place. Remember that, Karen? Now, those of you who are close to them know that they sold these vitamins, and they guaranteed me it would help me with my heart, my body, my weight, my digestive system. I stopped taking them 7 years ago, and I'm still peeing green. I want you to know that. All right? But in sincerity, all right, I can't speak for everyone here, but I don't think anybody would hold me hostage on this. After seeing that video, I think we would all like to thank them for allowing us to be part of their life and being part of their story. And to many, many, many more years, we wish you well, and happiness. Salud.
For those of you that don't know Stan, you've either been dead the last 20 years or you didn't watch the video. Stan is our family cameraman. You'll notice that he's got a camera in his hand at all of our significant events. And Stan came into our lives as a result of Dunkin' Donuts. And Stan, would you like to say a few words about my folks?
Well, it's been my privilege, I don't know how many years, a couple of decades, going on probably 3 decades now that we're together. Like Andy, I feel very privileged to be part and parcel of this family. When you look back, and 2 kids, 15 years old and 17 years old, meeting, 2 years later, 19 and 17, getting married, then spending 50 years together in a soulmate kind of condition. And I think as you watch the movie up there, you saw the looks between them. Just a wonderful thing to see. And I've been privileged to view that over the years, those little looks that you give. I've seen the other looks that didn't make the camera. Those looks too. But I think the world would like to know how the hell they knew. How the hell did you know at 19 and 17 you found your soulmate? I don't think you did know. I think you just sensed it and then made it happen over 50 years. And you just stuck by each other through thick and thin. And you said, for better and for worse, that's what you meant. And you made it happen. And I got a chance to meet them when they were just coming into the entrepreneurship. Oh, we like donut shop, a franchisee. We want to come up to Wheeling and see how it's done. And that's when they started to go, and then I was with them through those years a little bit, and then the Italian patio time, which was their harder time. And then the summer, I says, what the hell else you're in? Oh, we want to do laundromats, keep ourselves clean. And then they did pots and pans, right? Oh, pans and irons. Pans and irons. Not pots and pans. And then the drink. And then they said, we walked into this place many moons ago, and all 4, the Pikes and the Tarmans, said, we can make this happen. We can take a dying business and make it thrive. And they did. And I just want to echo Andy's words and say, truly, I think each and every one of us in this room have to leave here feeling very privileged to be part and parcel of this enormous story. And another 50 years to both of you. Let's give them all.
Put it in perspective, that was our funny guy. You gotta go with the flow. Sean's gotta go to the bathroom. Okay. All right. Well, we're the last act in this show tonight.
Maybe not if anyone else wants to do it.
Right. Okay.
Well, I saw that video and I thought, that video really captured a lot of good times, and but I thought maybe someone should tell some of the real truth. I grew up thinking that when I was a little kid, I had really broken a lot of stuff around the house. I thought I had thrown trucks through windows and broken lights and all kinds of stuff. And it probably wasn't until I was about 15 or 16 that we were having dinner one night, and the real truth started to come out. Larry and Sandy started telling their stories, and it turns out I wasn't as bad as I originally thought. And I'm glad they finally leveled with me. I thought maybe they should level with all of you.
I've got some notes here. Some of these stories are, not that they're hard to remember, I just don't want to leave out any details. But by the time we were living in our house in Downers Grove, my folks needed some time to themselves. They had 4 kids, and every once in a while they felt that they could sneak away and they could leave Sandy and I in charge. Well, when they got home, a lot of times they you know, things weren't the way they had left them. And so we thought that this would be the perfect time to tell them what really happened. So, you know, we thought the statute of limitations is up. He said to tell them what really happened. So, Mom, remember that time you came home and the light above the kitchen table had been broken? We told you David thrown his Matchbox truck and had broken that light. That's not what really happened. What really happened was somehow Sandy and I got into some sort of an altercation, and the only way that I felt that I could fend her off was by picking up the kitchen chair and threatening to break it over her head. You know that feeling. And I hit the light above the table, and the thing came shattering down, right down on my head. And that's what really happened. Light. Remember that hole in the wall in the bathroom? Remember the light fixture fell into the sink and broke? I don't know what we told you then. What really happened was Sandy and I don't know what happened because we got along pretty well, but somehow there was this little altercation. And I remember chasing her through the house, and I was right on her tail. She ran into the bathroom. She closed the door, but I was there just in the nick of time. She couldn't close it. I push it. She's pushing, I'm pushing, she's pushing. She lets go. Boom! I burst into the room. The doorknob goes through the wall. The fixture comes down to the sink. I think you were at church. Remember that dining room window that got broken? We had the 3 picture windows, the 3 little windows that came down. Follow me on this one. Sandy was washing the dishes. Remember Sandy used to hit me with the dish rag? I'd had enough. I don't know what happened, but she left for a minute, she came back. You remember that little hose you would take out to spray the dishes? I pointed it right towards where she was standing. Wrapped a rubber band around it, so when she turned the water on, it squirted it. Cover your ear. Oh my God. I thought that was brilliant until she ran outside, got the garden hose, came into the kitchen, and started hosing me down. I ran out the front door. This is all true. I'm not making anything up. I ran out the front door. She locks both doors. She's not keeping me out. I'm coming in the window. Remember we told you Dave threw another truck that day? I'm sneaking in. I got the screen out. She doesn't even know I'm there. I'm climbing in the window. All of a sudden I hear this crack right underneath me. It was a window. What you couldn't figure out is how did the window break from the outside? Because it was a double pane window. We convinced you that damn Dave threw more truck and broke the window. I thought I was 10, 15 years. This was our toughest challenge, this next one. Remember that time you called up and you said, how are things going? We told you that Dave had spilled a gallon of latex paint in the living room. What really happened was that paint, that gallon of paint, I don't know why you left it there, but you had 2 gallons of paint, one stacked up on top of the other, right by that nice brick wall that we had. You had the linoleum. It was sitting right on the linoleum, and then there was the carpet. Well, somehow there was some sort of a physical altercation. We somehow bumped into the paint, popped the lid open, and spilled it, half of it, thank God, on the linoleum, but the other half on the... And I remember saying to you, how do we clean up the paint? And I didn't say, thank God it's latex. You know, I remember there's some other words, I don't remember where to start. But he kind of guided us through how to clean up the latex paints. But anyway, well, the house may have been worse off for the wear. While the house may have been worse off for the wear, what we learned... Sean, did you want something?
He wants one of those.
Why don't you go ahead and have one?
He wants to know why you were beating up his mother all the time.
How do you know that's what was happening? Well, what we learned as a family was to stick together. Now, there might have been some creative storytelling going on, but we learned a very, very valuable lesson. And we like to refer to those as the good old days. But there are so many good old days. And many more stories. I remember going as a kid, going to the Rainbow Cones. I remember 86th Street. I remember my dad working upstairs, finishing the second floor, creating bedrooms for me and Sandy. I remember pulling the rug out for her from under her like the Three Stooges and her almost breaking her foot.
I was laid up for 2 days.
Yeah, sorry. I remember being on 86th Street. I remember Mom working on Friday nights and Dad cooking for us. And I remember he could turn the TV just enough that we could watch Soupy Sales while we ate cornmeal with powdered sugar on it. It was a delicacy. You told us.
Cornfield mush. What do you call it? Cornfield mush?
Well, it was called mush, but it wasn't mushy. But we love Soupy Sales and Fang.
After the strainer.
Oh yeah, and I remember my dad. He would show us how to wash dishes, and he would go over to the sink and he would take the colander and he would lift it up and put it in the water and lift it up. We'd have suds going everywhere. The dishes never got washed, but we had suds enough for everywhere. We couldn't believe this phenomenon. I remember living at 413 Lincoln. We'd hear the house would start to rattle. You'd hear this little. We knew Vic and 40 was home. He was pulling into our driveway. I remember our cozy 3-bedroom apartment in Palatine. Sure, the bikes got stolen. Sure, I totaled the Volkswagen, but there was a lot of pleasant memories there. And your last home, Wapella. Now, one of my fond memories there was the water fight. Yeah, the water fight. I remember there's some Jack Daniels involved. I remember somebody wanted pizza, somebody wanted to cook out, somebody got the hose dead, decided to put out the fire. But the best part was when you tried to break into my rental car and flood it with the hose, holding the hose at the window, trying to get water into the rental car, and it only ended with me being injured. That's the only way that water fight ended. Remember Italian Patio, where we ate more pizza in 1 year than the whole town of Hometown? We had pizza twice a day, twice a night. Remember we sold the place, we made 30 pizzas, put them in the freezer, they're going to last us for months. 3 weeks later, they're gone. How do you eat 30 pizzas in that short period of time? We did it. Then there was Pans and Irons, where somehow you got people to wear pink and green uniforms. I don't know how you did it. And of course the laundromats, enough said. And then finally the silo, where you made so many friends and made enough money that you could go off to Florida. And who knows, maybe 10 years from now we'll be looking back and we'll say the time when you went off to Florida and spent time golfing and partying like it's 1999. Maybe those are the good old days. But they're all good memories. They're all good memories, and hey, I'm happy to have been part of them. Dave?
We're gonna. We even rationed those pizzas towards the end. It was like gold. I think the last one. Yeah, it was like a funeral that last one. Oh, it was so good. There aren't anymore. What about the dessert?
Many of these desserts that we're having today are desserts that we had as kids, like the black cows, these candies. Dad would always bring home. We have the Butterfinger cookies, the windmill cookies, and those little chocolate things with white balls on them. We had as kids. I don't know if we have any other.
In fact, I think Dad used to keep them up in that secret cabinet that we never know.
Yeah, and all the candies, the Necco and the bullseyes and the kisses, we always had as kids. So that's why we wanted to.
Not that candy plays a big part in our life.
You have to really like Necco wafers to appreciate it. Anyway, everyone should have a glass of champagne or a glass of something. We're going to have a little toast. Mom and Dad, your friends and family gather here today for a very special occasion. 50 years of marriage that along the way has touched the lives of everyone in this room. And particularly the four of us, but I think everyone here is very happy we got together. And you know, the one thing the video didn't really capture, it captured a lot of good times, but it didn't capture some of the work, the effort, the dedication that goes into a 50-year relationship. And you know, that's some of the things that we saw over the years. It really means a lot to us. It really set the bar high for us. Anyway, toast. Mom said that, Dad, if you're good for a while, she'll keep you another 50 years. We love you.
Toast.
Super. What time do you want to Navy Pier, downtown. I'm not eating in Navy Pier.
Say something pithy.
Pithy. I looked it up. It means profound.
Hey, what time's Alice getting here?
I mean, I've never been touched like that before. I had to go off into the man. And then
By a man.
You can have mandolin.
Oh, yes. You're like this. You're like us.
Here's a good old Delta, drink her down, drink her down. Here's a good old Delta, for she's hearty and she's healthy. Drink her down, drink her down, drink her down.
Oh my God.
Good job.
Hey kid, where's my slipper?
Yeah, he's squished.
Oh, is this yours? Where's my slipper?
Squished.
You got one?
That's good.
10.
Here, I grab another. One more kiss. Give another kiss. Give her another kiss.
One more. Oh! Is that good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's just a kissing fool.
Wow. It only lasts for a few minutes.
Kiss it.
You wrapped it up.
You're going to give me another kissy. Come on.
No, I know.
That was a while.
Here.